What happened to Conor McGregor? This man went from being the absolute king of combat sports, a two-division UFC champion, a knockout artist with charisma strong enough to sell sand in the desert, to, well, whatever this chaotic mess is that we're witnessing now. One week, he's being charged with something. The next, he's caught in scandal or throwing punches at someone in a nightclub, like he's speed-running a legal nightmare. Let's rewind the clock, because McGregor's collapse might just be one of the most dramatic downfalls in sports history. Let's go back to the days when Conor was focused, driven. The man who made Jose Aldo a 13-second meme, who humiliated Eddie Alvarez and carved his name into UFC history. That Conor, he was dangerous, sharp, consumed by greatness. Then, Floyd Mayweather happened. And honestly, that's when the unraveling began. He walked into boxing like it was just another gym session and walked out with $100 million and zero motivation to grind again. He got pieced up by a retired boxer, then acted like nothing had changed. He caught a schooling and acted like he did Mayweather a favor. After that payday, the hunger vanished. No more chasing belts. He was busy chasing legal settlements. Then came Khabib, and it wasn't even close. It was a mauling. Even before they faced off, Conor was spiraling, flying across the country with his crew just to launch a dolly through a bus window like he was in GTA. Injured fighters who had nothing to do with it got caught in the crossfire. He got arrested. He got sued. And yet, his follower count exploded. Only McGregor could commit a felony and grow his social media presence. Then came the Khabib fight, and let's be honest, he got wrecked. No debate. Khabib tossed him like a toddler clinging to a teddy bear. And did Conor take the loss and reflect? Of course not. He smashed a fan's phone in Miami. And later punched an old man in a bar for declining his whiskey. Because obviously, punching senior citizens over alcohol is totally normal behavior. And what was his punishment? A 1,000 euro fine. McGregor probably spends more than that on slippers. Fast forward to 2020, and for a minute, people thought Conor might be back. He destroyed Cowboy Cerrone in under 60 seconds. No trash talk, all smiles. A family man. Irish Mr. Rogers vibes. But that wasn't the real him, because by 2021, Dustin Poirier sent him into the multiverse. His first KO loss. So what did Conor do? No redemption arc. No real growth. Just another transformation, this time into a scandal-fueled tabloid celebrity. That Poirier trilogy? A circus. He tried bringing back his trash talk magic, but only embarrassed himself. Dustin destroyed him on the mic and then broke his leg like it was a breadstick. Broke him, physically and mentally. It's not good for him. He's better off being, a jerk. It's weird. He suddenly just respected you. And we can't ignore what he did leading up to Khabib. Throwing a dolly at that bus, fights getting canceled, glass shattering. Chiesa and others got injured. That chaos was next level. Everyone, fans, fighters, legends, called him out. And honestly, he deserved all of it. So what's next? He jets off to Italy, gets into a scuffle with a DJ, and breaks the guy's nose. Because apparently, when in Rome, start fights. Then he flaunts the injuries like they're badges of honor. But that was just the start. McGregor seemed to treat crime like a pastime. Speeding charges, suspended licenses, brawls in bars, sexual assault claims, infidelity scandals. He's basically become a living version of a crime simulator. Even GTA characters would be telling him to relax. Instead of training for a comeback, he films Roadhouse. Absolutely massive. He looked like Popeye on horse steroids. His head? Practically inflated. One poke and it might pop. Then came The Ultimate Fighter, his supposed comeback story, and it was a disaster. His team went 1-7, possibly the worst in show history. Half the time, he seemed like he forgot the cameras were even rolling. Bro, this isn't a resort. These are future fighters. Maybe act like you care. But of course, there's more. Then came the Miami Heat game, where McGregor knocked out the team mascot. Yes, the actual mascot. And the same night, new sexual assault allegations hit the headlines. That one evening had more plot twists than a season of True Detective. McGregor allegedly assaulted a woman in a Dublin hotel back in 2018. A civil jury sided with Nikita Hand, who claimed McGregor attacked her that night. You have a right to speak up, no matter who the person is. And now, in 2025, the chaos continues. That 2018 case, back on the docket. His whiskey brand, Proper 12, cut ties. He's being scrubbed from events, ads, and sponsors. Even his own company's distancing itself like, yeah, we don't know that guy. Then he's spotted knocking someone out in an Ibiza club. Pops up at a BKFC event, looking wired, staring down Mike Perry like it's a pub fight. October 11th, you'll dance for me. You'll dance for the boss. And after that, we'll talk. Perry's back. We've got a serious opponent lined up, and he'll be throwing down right in front of me. And now, this week, he's kissing random women on Florida beaches, leaking full nudes to artists. Yes, full little McGregor drop. The man has totally lost it. Conor McGregor, you better hide your girl. Back when my friends and I were single, stuff like this would have been straight meme material. And remember, he wants to be president of Ireland. Imagine waking up to a President McGregor, showing up at a medical conference in a fur coat, shouting about whiskey, suplexing the mic, challenging other countries to fights. And the craziest part? Some people are rooting for him. This would be music to the Irish people's ears. The issues we face haven't been addressed on a global stage. Our own government has ignored us for too long. America needs to know. What's happening in Ireland is tragic. We're ruled by a system with zero accountability. So again, what really happened to Conor McGregor? For me, it all started with the Mayweather fight. That was the turning point. That was the day he stopped being a fighter and became a $100 million tabloid machine with a criminal record. He traded gloves for headlines, gyms for courtrooms, and now, at 37, bloated, juiced up, out of his mind, still injured, no fire left. Let's be real. He's not stepping back in that cage. McGregor went from UFC icon to a warning sign about what happens when fame and fortune fry your brain. New scandal, new headline, new circus act, every other week. At this point, it's just expected. So you tell me, when did Conor fall off? Because for me, once that Mayweather check cleared, it was game over. Bunks and low cat. Thanks for watching.